Hello Lovebugs, it's me Loverrlee. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video that I've wanted to do for a little while. It is a video on Halloweentown. It is a speed build here, and it's actually part of a little collab that I decided to do with Ejadeemerald. We talked on Twitter, actually. We met on Twitter and we DM'd together, and we had this idea. So basically, I had just watched Halloweentown, and I hadn't seen it in forever, and she also said that she loved this movie. It was one of her favorites, so we made sure that we both totally liked this movie. It's it's if those of you guys who haven't seen Halloweentown, it's a really great movie it's a Disney Channel original movie, and it's very memorable. It's a little corny now looking back at it, as an adult, but it's good Halloween fun. And so yeah, it's about these kids, Marnie and her siblings, who follow their grandmother to Halloweentown, and that's where they find out that they're witches and wizards, and that their grandmother is a witch, and that she lives here in Halloweentown. And so yeah, there's the main thing that is the centerpiece that everyone recognizes Halloweentown as is a giant pumpkin in the middle of town square. And then I just decided I want to put all this other stuff all the way around town square. So there's the pumpkin, then there's the town hall right behind the pumpkin, and other than that, basically that is the iconic Halloweentown giant pumpkin in the middle with definitely also with the white picket fence around it. I was looking at pictures to try to get reference pictures information, because like I said, I had seen it, but I saw it actually at the beginning of this month, and now it's at the end, so I can't go back because I only rented it, and you only can look at that rented movie for a week or something at most, I think it is. So yeah, so I was trying to go on what I had remembered it, try to get a basic feel of it. But also, when I was doing my research, I found out there's a real Halloweentown. It is so cool, you guys. So there's a real Halloweentown. It is, I think it was in St. Helens, Oregon. Yeah, it's really cool. So basically, that picture, that reference photo that I did pop up there, I don't know if I'll have it up again, but yeah, I did grab a little reference picture off the internet for you guys to kind of get an idea of what I was building as well. And yeah, basically, it's a fun little build. So I did have a lot of creative liberty and freedom with the other parts of the build, though, because it was my idea that I really wanted to incorporate all the little places that they go to in the town, not just Halloweentown main square. Of course, the pumpkin, the iconic pumpkin, and the iconic City Hall in the background. By the way, I don't know if this is I don't know if they filmed it at the same Halloweentown place or what, but the building is very, very similar. So both in the movie, from the screenshots I could find, and the actual Halloweentown, St. Helens, Oregon. So I'm pretty sure they went to go film it there, but I don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it definitely looked like the same building, so that's what I'm basing it off of, The bricks were sort of frustrating because I couldn't find the perfect brick, because the problem with the brick is that, in order to match the walls, with the baseboard, here I am trying to find these, something that would match with the baseboards and the, the rest of it, and also that little chimney I put on the roof. So basically, I ended up, I think, changing the chimney out. I really like that orange brick right there that you see right now. I really like that one, but it just didn't quite go. So I ended up going with this more rustic brick. It's not exactly, obviously, there's at least 10 or 20 different kinds of brick patterns in this game, and still, for some reason, it's I couldn't find the perfect brick. But yeah, basically, I'm gonna stop talking about the brick. But you know what I mean? See, the baseboard doesn't match the rest of the walls, which in the, I think I ended up even covering it with shrubs just because I was so frustrated by that. But I really wish that, you know, the foundations, you could just paint like any other wall. Like that would be so great, right? So that you didn't have to match your foundations to the rest of the walls. Yeah, anyway, I think before I even build any of the other buildings that I said, I did add a few other town buildings on either side, and I was going to say that it was my idea that I really wanted to incorporate, you know, the things from the movie, which would be the places they go to, which is the movie theater they definitely go to. Then they have to go find, again, spoiler alert if you really want to see this movie and haven't, but they do go pick up items from a vampire dentist, as well as a ghost spa. There's like they had to get ghost sweat from a spa. And then there's, last but not least, werewolf fur. Like they had to get a werewolf hair or something, and from a werewolf salon. So I love those ideas. That I love that they really only show the interiors of a lot of those buildings, though they never show the exteriors from what I can remember. So instead of knowing really what the exteriors look like for a lot of those buildings, I kind of just use my imagination to make those buildings on either side. Of course, right now I'm talking about that while I'm on the video. Right now I am decorating the interiors of the town hall, and I decided that upstairs I wanted them to have a place to carve pumpkins and also make you know, the new seasonal items. With seasons, we got that awesome little kids crafting table that I want to put up there. So that's what's on either side upstairs. Nice big reception downstairs and bathrooms on either side. And yeah, I was really happy with. Finally got it to work. I had to move the stairs, but it got the, you know, the lettering right above the little roof, I guess the awning you would call it, above the entrance to the town hall, because that is what it says. It says City Hall, and so that was a fairly iconic feature, of course, and then the clock on the top and everything. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way I was able to match the town square, like the town hall, sorry. Now this is something that's really frustrating. These columns don't go all the way up to the ceiling on the inside, and I figured out why. It's really because I had to do that big trim on the outside, and so the game unfortunately doesn't understand the difference between the inside and the outside of a wall for some reason. So yeah, I'm sorry guys if that annoys you. I still really wanted these nice black columns everywhere, but that is something that is super frustrating, is that it doesn't go all the way up to the ceiling because of that big trim I needed on the outside. Then I decided that because of that, I'm going to, you know, place all these lights everywhere. Then, like, these came from Parenthood, actually. They're not a Seasons light, they're Parenthood lights. And I went through, I put them all down, and then I decided, you know what, I want purple lights, because purple lights are more Halloween-y, right? Because they weren't orange. It was like the yellow and a white light, but it was like purple lights are definitely Halloween, right? I know, like, in our Halloween box that's, I think, sitting in storage now from all of our holiday decorations, I'm sure we have some, you know, purple glow lights for Halloween. But yeah, I was pretty happy with the way the lobby turned out as well for the town hall. I didn't really know what to put there, but I was pretty happy with how big and grand it turned out, and you'll see in this, you know, the screenshots what I mean. But yeah, definitely had to put a big old picture, like the most expensive, you know, picture basically in the whole game, which is that giant cityscape in the very back there with some nice decorations. And yeah, definitely, to me, it definitely has a feeling of a town hall, and I was pretty happy with that. Don't know really what else happens at a town hall. I'm sure that there are some things that I didn't end up putting in there, like, now that I'm thinking of it right now. Of course, that's what happens, right? You build it, and then you forget. Oh yeah, what happens at town halls? They have town hall meetings, so I could have done a room like that. But yeah, I just didn't feel like it was necessary, so that's why I didn't do that. But yeah, as you can see, you guys, I just placed down, like, now I'm doing like this park area. I wanted some park areas in the front, and I had to add those swings. Okay, so you guys know I am in love with the season swings. So in love with the season swings. So I was super happy that they had a fall, like, candy corn colored swatch for the swings. It's so perfect. Now I'm just making a tiny little graveyard. I don't know why. I just thought it kind of was a nice little space filler there. And now I'm finally working on those buildings I was talking about. So yeah, I end up making those 4 different, you know, town shops, I guess. Like, and I'm gonna say this the whole time, I'm very proud of this. I worked so hard, you guys, on this, like, for real. I think my footage ended up being like 6 full hours of building, and I think I lost some footage too. And so it's like, yeah, I spent a very long time on this. And this build is on a 50 by 50 lot, just so you guys know. I'm building it right now in the, like, the base game world. I think it's called Willow Creek, in their, you know, Central Park. So 50 by 50. So anybody, you know, you don't necessarily need a lot of packs. Like, I didn't limit myself on packs though, because I just wanted it to be as accurate as I could get it. I don't have some packs, like I don't have my first pet or fitness packs, so those are definitely not going to be in this build. But I honestly can't tell you if I might have used every single pack. Like, that's just kind of what ends up happening. Like, I always want to try to, like, limit myself, be like, okay, I'm only using seasons, spooky stuff, and vampires. Like, that would have been a great thing to do, right? Couldn't do it. I just wanted, especially when I'm recreating something, right? Like, maybe I'll do another build. I am going to be doing a stream. Like, I am going to be doing a stream on Halloween. So maybe I will end up deciding to do, like, one of those limited packs builds. I don't know. I'll have to see how I feel. But anyway, yeah, see, I totally missed this. Like, so you guys saw it kind of jumped the footage here where, like, oh, now it's all furnished. The, I think it was the, you know, the, movie theater, gosh, the cinema. So, and I did use a reference picture for that particular building too. The other 3 buildings are just completely my own imagination here. Right now I'm building the upstairs. I did make a little apartment because there is room upstairs above the salon, the werewolf salon. So I'm just making a little apartment so your Sims maybe can live here, take care of some things that they really need to do. I don't know. I'm not sure how you'll want to use this lot, but I just wanted to make sure that that was an option since it was a bunch of free space up there. But yeah, I kind of skipped over the building of the cinema. I apologize. I lost some of that footage. But basically, I was really proud of the way I got the marquee, you know, the thing outside the front of the building. And I did use a reference photo. I'm not actually going to show that, but apparently it's the same movie theater they show briefly on the outside of the movie. I am not 100% sure on that because, like I said, I had just seen this movie and I didn't want to rebuy the movie. I know, I'm cheap. I didn't want to rebuy the movie just to check that one thing of, like, is this the same movie theater? But when I Googled it, that was the movie theater that kept popping up. So, I don't know, you guys. Hopefully it is. It's just like a big red movie theater. It's like an old vintagey kind of movie theater. And it's really unique about it. It had these 3 frames above it. Like, just like, I don't know what it is. Like crown molding frames with, like, decoration inside. So I ended up using marquee, like that weird light thing that's not a mirror, but I always think it should be a mirror. Yeah, anyway. Sorry, moving on here. Using vanity tables. So this is what kind of inspired me, was that new salon career, you guys. There's going to be a brand new career. It's going to be in the update right before, you know, the new pack Get Famous releases on the 16th of November. So that was what kind of inspired me to do this whole thing, was I was like, oh, I want to do the salon, like I want to do the werewolf salon from Halloweentown. And it doesn't end up looking anything like this, by the way. I remember it's like very brightly colored, very strange. So like the inside doesn't look like it at all, right? But I just wanted to make a salon, so, you know, creative liberty here for sure, because I end up doing a lot of, you know, red and black kind of traditional Halloween colors, I would say, vampire-y types of colors. Yeah, so but the idea is that eventually, like, if you come back to this after, you know, Get Famous is out, after that update, supposedly everyone's going to get that new salon career, like, update. So you could make this be the salon, and you could put those salon chairs in there, and then you could play it that way if you wanted to too. So yeah, that's sort of where the idea was. Now here I've been building the quote-unquote ghost spa. So there is a part where they end up grabbing like some sweat from a ghost, and they really don't show anything but like a basement and this ghost that sits in you know, one of these sweat boxes. And of course we don't have a sweat box. The closest thing we have is the saunas, so I did include those. And then I ended up making it just like a full-on spa, because why not? Like a gym upstairs and a full-on spa below in this basement area, because, you know, why not? Whatever your sim wants to do, come here. That's how I tend to build, right? Is I always make... Oh, this is what I'm showing. Those marquees right there. See, they show some of it. I'm sorry I'm jumping around. Like, some of the footage got lost. But, yeah, basically, that's how I build a lot of lots, I've realized. Is, like, I kind of just toss everything in there. Like, I'm like, whatever skill, you know, pretty much, like, I do that a lot where I'm like, just bigger is better, right? You just put all the kinds of things, whatever your sim wants to come here for, which is why I end up putting like those weird awkward spaces back there. I end up just putting some nice, you know, places to sit under the trees, kind of romantic garden stuff. So, you know, some place, a woohoo bush, of course, in case your sim felt the need to woohoo here, you know, why not? Just leaving that as an option here. Now, this is finally, I'm working on probably my absolute favorite building. So I'm kind of happy that I left it to the last. I'm pretty, like, this is my favorite part. Oh, we're not quite here yet. I decided to add some things, you know, some gifts around the graves. That's nice. You know, people came by, they honored their dead, they left gifts. So yeah, see, that's another issue with my builds all the time, is that I always jump around. Like, I don't know what it is. I really like these industrial lights, but the fact that it's like in the basement and then putting that chair by it, you know, it's like a massage chair, but it really does end up reminding me of like a electric chair. And I thought that was kind of funny, because that, you know, again, we're doing Halloweentown, right? But it's Halloween-y themed, and it reminded me of, you know, Addams Family, where they have that electric chair in their house. Oh, excuse me, I bumped my table. Anyway, this is probably my favorite building in the whole building, is how this dentist turned out. Now, the dentist is, again, one of those things that, like, they show briefly. I didn't go back. I didn't scrub through the video. I like the actual movie. I'm sorry. So I didn't get it as accurate as I'm sure I could have, but I just wanted to make a tiny, tiny little dentist office. I mean, I only have, like, this is a one-room dentist office. So I was pretty happy with, like, all the little trinkets and things I could put back there. And I feel like it looks like a dentist office. I hope you guys agree. Now, again, see, oh, I hate this, though, you guys. Those rugs do not match. What is with those rugs from Cats and Dogs, where they're literally the same kind of rug, but the circle and the half circle don't even match the same swatches? It's so annoying. Anyway, but yeah, I was very happy with how this turned out. And see that fan there? I realized I never use that fan from like Get to Work, and we've had Get to Work since practically the beginning, so I had to throw in one of those. And yeah, I really like how the color scheme all turns to be like this green. I don't know why, I just thought it felt very clinical, and it did feel like, it just felt like a dentist office, right? An apple a day keeps a dentist away, or doctor away, but still, you know. Anyway, yeah, we're pretty much wrapping up here, I think. Getting to just adding all these tiny little details, like oh yeah, like a haunted house snow globe, gotta have that. Gotta have these, you know, things for the movie theater, all the yummy snackies and stuff. Gotta get that light. Oh yeah, fixing the screen. So the screen in the theater here, I ended up moving the whole thing back, I think. Yeah, there we go. Because the screen didn't quite fit, and it was like clipping through, so I ended up not using the movie theater screen. I used a different screen because it looks like an IMAX screen. Yeah. Anyway, I think, yeah, again, I'm like just adding tiny little details here and there. Like, this is how I build. I'm so sorry if it's like makes you feel kind of sick, nauseous with like all the motion and stuff. I have heard people say that, and I do apologize. It's just, that is how I build. Like, I constantly am like finding little things and then going, oh, I need this, and then putting it there, like putting it right where I right where a note goes, because otherwise I'll forget, right? But yeah, just really happy with how this whole build ended up turning out. I was really, really proud. So here is Halloweentown. It is where Marnie and her siblings and her grandmother come and live. And yeah, there's a movie theater in the background there. I love the swings. Oh, I forgot to mention, I put a taxi and a bus because those are kind of big things in the movie. That was like what came up when I was looking it up a lot. And just had to do some, you know, chess tables with the orange and red checker chess. And there's a place to barbecue. Of course, a little mini graveyard. And then just a nice, you know, romantic spot behind behind the building there. And yes, now we're going right into the dentist's office. So had to put out the dentist, you know, the skeletons out front because teeth are bones, of course. And gotta have Jerry hanging out back there. Now, yeah, see how I did the marquee, like, sign to say what movie is playing right now? I'm really happy with that. And I got like this nice red and black and white theme going on here. Very happy with the inside of the movie theater. Now moving on to, I think it was the Werewolf Studio. Yes, the Dresser Studio. Now you can change out those chairs, I bet, for the actual stylist career chair or whatever eventually. And then this is the upstairs apartment to that stylist. Just in case you want to play as a stylist, you can live here as well, you know. I'm not going to tell you how to play your game, but you could do whatever you want. Or just it's just another building to kind of take care of your Sims needs. Like, it has a fridge to eat food. It has, you know, the bed to sleep. It has the bathroom. Now, this is the downstairs bathroom that actually connects with the last building, which is this, ghost spa, I call it. But it's really just like a gym in the front here. And then you go downstairs, down this basement, and then it's like a whole spa area down here. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty nice. I mean, this is pretty basic, right? But this is like a nice place to do yoga. I don't know. It looks kind of like an insane asylum too, but you know, whatever. And yeah, last but not least is the main street, like main city hall, I mean. And I love the way it turned in here. Like, look at these grand staircases on either side. And this is what you see from the top. Like, it looks so cool. And yeah, definitely would be a place that I'd want to hang out. And this is where you can carve your pumpkins. And, oh, this is downstairs bathroom. So either side kind of looks the same. And then we're just into the layout. So yeah, go check out Ejadeemerald's Halloweentown cache. She did one, so definitely go check her out. The link will be in the description below. And this will be under Halloweentown under #Loverrlee or EAID The Last Love Bites. Thanks for watching and have a lovely day.